every morning it's like this.
Well, you know what it is. He had Richie work on his radio. What do you expect?
You might as well give it the Homer mod. Yeah, your radio sounds real good.
You got a junkie working on your radio. What do you expect, man? When you got a crackhead doing your radio, they can't. He can't afford a real tech. He can't afford a guy like Sam, or PM Electronics, or Delta. He can't afford real technicians. You got to go to a crackhead.
Well, that's true. And then I got another guy out here telling me that my radio sounds like doodle. Meanwhile, my microphone alone, my mobile microphone, is $350. Ooh. money well wasted. Young man, you got a lot to learn.
They can't afford a real equipment there. Hey, Birdman, these guys can't afford real equipment. That's why they're so envious of us, of real true stations. Quality, fidelity. They could never sound like this. You know what I mean, Birdman? That's pure envy on their part.
It's a true story, man. I mean, all you gotta do is look at the video gates. Whether it be Pete's video gates or your video gates. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't leave the ducks alone so they can talk. Video gates, and they'll find out whose audio is what and whose station is what. Like I said, my microphone in my vehicle is for a breakfast.
Yeah, I hear Pete up there. I hear the Weasel, and Weasel hears me. He don't hear number 4. He don't hear Richie. That's for damn sure. Or Pedro. Just watch the gates, man. Just watch the gates, and it says it all, man. It says it all. That's one thing. The gates don't lie.
No, sir. The gates cannot lie. The gates cannot lie. Only Richard's gates lie when he fucks with the squash and he talks in the darkness. Do that again. But he has no views. If you look at his views on his videos, 2 views. One is his and one is next to the videos. Good coke.
I notice we don't hear Cracky. You notice that? He's not even in the scenario. He's not even in the scenario, and I'm crushing him with a barefoot radio, man. It's a little striker, a little mobile. Radio's the size of a Cobra 19, and I'm crushing these mud ducks, man. Unbelievable. You gotta love it.
Imagine he wanted to jump up and down. Do it again. Do it again. Jumping up and down, talking about a 2-base station on his
Yeah, well, you can't do that. Hey, Billy Bob, tell Richie to key up when I'm keying up, and try to play my audio back, or try to play his back, and I guarantee you I take him out to you. All right, Billy Bob, try that again.
Billy Bob is a bum. Oh, now I'm a bum.
Well, one thing he definitely is a homosexual. He's definitely a homo. He loves men.
What's going on here? He's like a homophobe. Exactly. I'm looking for a cheeseburger to split with Richard.
I know he's always holding Richard's hand or his prick, one or the other. He's always pulling his skin back. Hey, Billy Bob, you're a skin puller, right? If you're not pulling skin back, you're pulling your hair back. You're pulling Richard's hair if you're not pulling the skin back. Ain't no time for no bullshit. Ain't no time for the bullshit when I got this nasty 5-watt. I got this nasty 5-pound steel hammer down. Oh, the old drive. Look at that. 5-pound steel hammer. Just a stock little radio. A tiny little incy binny radio, man. My little SR 447 HPC2. A little tiny little monkey, man. I tell you what a Cobra 19 look like? The same size, man. How do I do it, man? How's this radio talk the way I talk, man? Lord have mercy. You imagine I put my big boys in line. Forget it, man. It's just a little tiny little 5-watt little radio, man. Lord have mercy. Yeah, well, You know, this is something Cracky can never brag about or talk about, is clear, undistorted, pure fidelity, man. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying the way it is, man. When you know what you're doing, hey, Birdman, when you know what you're doing, man, then these boys could try to sound like us. But until then, you got Billy Bob bringing his radio to Cracky, and the other fag, what's his name, Pedro, 206. Just like the Bermuda Triangle, those three lovebirds holding hands, making all kind of plans. Roger that. I appreciate that. 98.3, 98%. That's about right. And this is just a stock radio, man. I didn't do anything to it, you know, other than properly align it. You know what I mean? Hey, Birdman, you know how that is when you have alignment, when you're able to align it with real test equipment. Unlike Cracky, who has no idea what an oscilloscope looks like, or a service monitor, or a signal generator, cyanide noise generator, function generator. He has no idea what those items mean. Waveform analyzer, spectrum analyzer. Cracky has no idea what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean, Birdman.
Oh yeah, buddy. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, it's not really you watch the spirit, and the spirit starts to raise and you see all stuff, and you come in and you back off the base, and you let go of the generator, and the scope flatlines. Oh, Attorney Tron, I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, pretty soon Pedro will be out there holding their hands. Then they'll have the three fags out there. Pretty soon little Pedro will be out there holding Richard's hand. It's only a matter of time.
Everybody else. You know, what it is with Pedro is Pedro likes to hold things in his hand, especially camcorders when he's filming the
Yeah, Pedro talks a lot about gay parades. I wonder why. Gay parades and dildos. I wonder why Pedro always mentions those items.
Because Pedro likes to go down with Richard and watch men with their dicks busting out their bellies during the gay parade.
That's what it is. All right, now I understand.
Yeah, well, you know, they each wear a collar with spikes on it, and they hand each other the leashes so they can fit in. Roger, right on, Trey. I'm listening.
Yeah, that makes sense there. Now I see the connection between Richard and Pedro. Oh yeah, and the gay parade. Now I get it.
You know those guys that come out of Jersey, there's a problem with them. They're over there in the sticks. They got no communication with the real outside world. Governor Chris Christie is taxing the shit out of them. So they don't know how to act. You know, they see light form and automatically they think they can put their dick in it. Roger, right on, Shred. All right, I'm going out back to smoke it out. I'll be back.
Yeah, where's Cracky, man? I don't hear Cracky today. Is he on the pipe again? Is he smoking crack? What happened to Pedro today?
Out in Union, New Jersey, are handing out $300 because of a class.
Right back, top of the morning to you. Open trust everything Q5. Bega.
Yeah, I don't hear Pedro, man. I wonder if his amp burnt out. I wonder what happened to Pedro.
You know, $300 got him an oil.
So, Roger, Richie, let me get on out of here. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Pedro blew his amp and Richard. I don't hear those two clowns. I think they blew their shit out.
Down the middle, we're getting down on the stick right now.
It looks like somebody's trying to key up, but they can't get over. I don't know what's happening.
206. Bang boy wants to blow us out.
Yeah, that's a new cheerleader out there. That's a new cheerleader there, Birdman. He wants to be in my show. We got a new cheerleader on the channel. He wants to be in my show. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I'm gonna start handing out the fucking pom-poms. I'm getting tired of these guys jumping up and down without waving the pom-poms.
Very. Well,
Yeah, we always got a new cheerleader out there that want to become famous, you know. And I told these boys, you want to be famous, you got to pay the price. You got to pay the price. You want to be famous on my show. You know what time it is. Hey, Birdman, tell these boys, they want to be famous on my show. They got to pay the price, because fame has its price.
So that's the story, man. To be famous is a cost. There's a big cost to being famous. You can ask Michael Pellegrino on 5 Gotham Ave, and you can ask the other boy 206 for running down the block. Richard Rica Bueno. He knows what time it is. You gotta pay the cost to be famous.
You gotta pay the cost to hang with the boss. I keep telling these boys, you gotta pay the cost to hang with the boss. And I don't mean Paul My Johnson.
The boss bag out here.
Where's Richard at? Where's that sidewalk sissy? Where's that snaggletooth sidewalk sissy? Where is? Oh, I should say toothless. He removed his last 7 teeth before he gave me a chance to do it.
I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I tell you, Hamilton's wrong. There's too much going on. Don't forget about his Kevlar gloves, his cap on the shoulder, and
Now he wants me to wear gloves. What a freak. This guy wants me to wear gloves because he knows he's contaminated. Nobody would touch him without gloves.
he's looking for a free window exam. That's what it is. He wants his finger expanded. Good morning, Weasel.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what he wants. He wants me to jam my arm up in him.
Yeah, man, you know, that's all. Every time he opens his mouth, you gotta keep 2 things in mind. Every time he opens his mouth, he's looking for you to put something in it. Come on.
I got it all, Birdman, Birdman, Birdman. I got it all because you said it all, man. And the gates will reflect that. And Weasel's gates will reflect it, man. It's funny. It's funny how they go, watch Weasel's gate. And I take all these mud ducks out, man. It's so easy. And I'm doing that with a barefoot radio, man. You imagine I put some fire in the wire, man. I'm doing that with a barefoot, little tiny radio the size of a Cobra 19, man. Lord have mercy. These boys got a lot to learn about the radio. They got a lot to learn about this hobby if they want to try to hang with the big boys out here.
Imagine how obsolete this radio stuff is. It's been obsolete since the mid-70s. And it's 2016 and he's still figuring it out. Unfucking-believable. I'm doing it right already.
That's why you can't hear crack. He's got an old Uniden radio. I remember the radio he was using. It was so defective. The panel light, the little bulb in the meter wasn't even illuminated. Remember that piece of crap he was using several years ago? And then he brags he uses stock mics because he's a bum. He can't wire up a power mic. That's his deficiency. He don't know how to wire up a power mic. I remember when he told some, I don't want to mention the guy's numbers or handle. He goes, oh, power mics are not my specialty. That's why he sprayed WD-40 in the PTT. What a retard.
Yeah, 10-4, man. That was Uniden 78 with the grease marks all over the knobs and the face from his dirty fingers and the resin from the 9/11 while he was cooking his heroin in the spoon. That was a 78 Uniden radio. And as far as the power mic, that was Ocho 22. He was telling that his power mics weren't his specialty. I know both conversations, like believe me, I've been listening for a long time. The people's contended to get down. I'm hearing it.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, look at little Billy Bob. I'm hearing it. He's holding another man's hand out here. I'm hearing it. Like his little boyfriend's out there giving him code. Roger that. Check out my gate, man. Check out my gates. This is the first video gate I'm making with this new striker, man. This is the first gate I'm making with this new striker, man. It's a beauty. This little SR447 HPC2, man. Check it out when you have a chance there, Birdman. Hey, Birdman, you take care, brother. And I know you hear me with this little 5-pound steel hammer, busting these boys upside the head. So you take care, Birdman. Do what you got to do. Work, make that money, pay tax so Cracky can live in his Section 8 house with his DBT card, Obama phone, and all the other entitlements that the government's giving him. You take care, Birdman. You know what it is. Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck. And I just got down. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mud ducks in my ear hole, and you take them all out. Birdman, you know what it is. 250, lower deck, just got down.
Yeah, you can't make this up. Hey, enforcer. Hey, bitch. Hey, bitch.
Look, I got my boy. Look. I got this boy jumping on my Johnson, man. This boy sweating my Bozak. Look at him. Look the way he sounds, bitch. He got no bass in his voice. He got no bass in his voice, and he wants me to hold his hand. Hey, Pedro. I'm not Richie, man. I'm not Richie or Billy Bob. I don't play that.
Tell him to say the difference between...
Crush. You don't hear that crackhead right now. Crush.
I tell you, get him on your Kevlar.
Crush. Look, he wants me to give him a test with Kevlar gloves, man. He wants me to check his prostate with Kevlar gloves on. What a sicko. But I do it with a 5-watt radio. That's the sad part, man. I'm doing this barefoot with a little SR447 HPC2, man. There's a new joint that just came out, and I'm doing it barefoot stock. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You imagine if I had some fire in the wire? These boys better hope and pray I don't put my 4-pill in line. Lord have mercy. Morning wave there, Eddie. Crazy Eddie, good morning. See, there's a gentleman out there. That's a gentleman out there. You see? He gives respect, he gets respect. Good morning there, brother.
Morning, man. Quick question there. That's the new 447, small chassis?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Eddie. This is the new Striker SR447 HPC2. And it reflects on this morning's gate that I'm going to upload when I'm done. Before I head out to the salt mine. Yes, sir, it's the new Striker. It's the new Striker SR447 HPC2, the size of a Cobra 19, ideal for drivers out there who have limited space and want the firepower, the audio, and all the capabilities that go along with it. And if you want to get it, they're on sale at CB Radios Plus for $228. CB Radios Plus.
Yeah, 10-4, man. I just wanted to see what it sounded like out there. That's the first one I heard. It's basically the same as the original 447. Yeah, you're cleaning out my radio for sure, man. You're cleaning out my radio for sure,
Yeah, Pedro just keyed over you. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Eddie, Pedro just keyed over you, man. That boy's disrespectful. That's not cool. Pedro just keyed over you, Eddie. And it'll reflect on my gates. I'm not instigating anything, but that's not cool. His boy should stand by. Pedro should stand by and let Crazy Eddie talk, man. That's not cool. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. The radio is basically, this is what you're hearing. It just need a little minor alignment. It just need a little alignment. And what's cool about this Eddie, man, this thing has bass and treble for the receive. You can actually tweak it. The receive audio, you can tweak it. It has separate treble and bass controls internally that you can adjust. Not to mention it's computer, you can get a PC interface, a USB cable, get the software when it's available, and it has a whole bunch of features, man. A whole bunch of features.
They did that with the other models that came out years ago. For some reason they couldn't get the software right. I thought that was a big fucking scam if you ask me, because I remember calling about that. And, we got the software, but you got to download it. And a lot of people complained about that. It wouldn't work right.
Well, I hope that's not the case with this radio, because there's certain functionalities. The only way to activate is through the software, so I hope that's not the case. And one of the features I think most drivers will like, when you key up in transmit mode, the channel selector becomes an SWR indicator. So, for instance, when I'm in receive, it says 19. When I transmit, it says 1.1. It has an CTCSS tone board that's optional for $20. You can pop that in there. You know, that's usually of no interest for most people because they're not using it for 10 meters or on repeaters. It has a timeout timer. You could program a whole bunch of different features, you know. But it also has SWR protection, over voltage protection, all that good stuff. But yeah, I called Striker and left them a couple of messages so they could get back to me, and hopefully that software will be available sometime soon. But yeah, this little radio is full of features, man, and the thing is so small, it's crazy, and it has a nice little analog meter, so it preserved the size with the incorporation of an analog meter, which is awesome. Not to mention you could change the colors, you could change the brightness, the whole nine.
Yeah, 10-4. No, it sounds good, but unfortunately, with striking the customer service, I'm not thrilled about it. Good luck trying to get that PC, that software to work it. Because that was the biggest problem with them, trying to get that software online. Who's he talking to?
Yeah, but the size of this, hey Eddie, the size of the radio, man. You know the size of a Cobalt 19? It's that small, man. And this thing kicks butt, man. It has a great receive. It has great audio. And, the radio stock. My audio is just basically the mic I'm using. And that's it. That's what you're hearing right now. Stock, man. I don't have to touch the power level, nothing. The way you hear it is the way it came from the factory. So, it just gives you an idea. This radio can talk, man.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright, we'll be sitting back reading the mail. On this, waiting for the tough guys out there. A whole lot of tough guys this morning out there. Damn it, boy.
All right, I'll put it on you later there, Eddie. I'll put it on you later. I got to go get a cup of Java. I'll put it on you later, Crazy Eddie. You know what it is. I got to put it on you later, brother. Enforcer 250. Let me get my Java. And I'm going to keep the gate rolling. And I hope there was some individuals out there who were kind enough to have a gate so I can hear how this radio sounds on the other side. Crazy Eddie, you have a good morning, brother. Good day. You know what it is. Enforcer 250, somewhere around the lower deck. With my little stock SR 447 HPC2. And I just got down.
I'm gonna go roast this L. I'll be back. Gonna roast this L. She got a new piece. Shut the fuck up once in a while. Heels, is that what she's bragging about? Is that why she's all happy? She got a new pair of shoes? No, man. She got a new A1 account. That's lipstick. That's lipstick. Lipstick she's trying to distribute out here on our dipsticks. I'll be back. Yeah, she's still kind of low, man. She's still kind of low. I heard her talking something about a striker, but I got 314, Trouble, and a couple of other guys over here on my side keying up on that striker, that new striker or some shit. Worldwide, 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 go! Worldwide, 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 go! Audio, out there in this tough guy Tuesday. Hey, did you take a can of spinach like Popeye did back in the day? Worldwide, 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 go! Worldwide, world. He said I was around the lower deck. What a fucking douchebag. Yeah, I thought he was over here next to me, man. Hey, number 4, are you sure he's on the lower deck? Oh, what a fucking simpleton. That's insult to injury, man. Hey, number 4, that's insult to injury, man. Are you sure he's in New York City? I thought he was over here. The Tuesday morning where you raised him. Well, his instruments are telling him otherwise. Oh, man, you can't make this up. Just like him telling Birdman he's taking everybody out of his radio. It's like Enforcer 3-5 miles away taking everybody out of somebody's radio. Oh, you can't make this up. Hey, Enforcer, did you get a new pair of shoes, girl? Lord have mercy, how does he do it? You are to the person who was talking with. She got a new pair of high heels, man. He got a new purse. That's what he Make sure Weasel got the video game rolling.
All right, what I miss out here? What I miss? What the heck did I miss out here? They call me Enforcer 250, my little tiny Striker SR 447 HPC2. What I miss out here? Come on, come talk, come kick it live. Oh yeah, I hear a whole lot of crybabies out there. A whole lot of cheerleaders trying to hold my hand. A whole lot of cheerleaders, and I'm doing it with a little Striker radio, man, the size of a Cobra 19. Barefoot radio, man, and I'm crushing heads out there. Shame on a mess. Crush, you don't hear that, boy. Let them know you do not hear that, boy. You do not hear Billy Bob when I got this nasty 5-pound steel hammer down. You do not hear Billy Bob. Let him know.
Yeah, let me know.
Let him know. I said crush. Tell Billy Bob, truck, pickup truck. I said crush. Crush that ass right now. Crush. Crush Billy Bob. Billy Bob is getting smashed. He's under my boot right now. He's under my boot. Tell Billy Bob you don't hear him when Enforcer got that nasty 5-watt steel hammer down. Let him know. Tell him I said crush. Crush. It's a shame. These boys go on high bridges. They run 8-10 pill radio amplifiers, and I still got their mic. What a barefoot radio, man. What are these boys going to do when I put some firepower on the Death Star in line? What are they going to do then? If I'm dropping 30 dBs, in a radio with a barefoot radio, what are they going to do when I put some out, when I put the afterburner in line? Lord have mercy. They're going to really cry.
You know what? I feel you.
Tell Crackhead, tell Cracky 127 I said crush. Let him know. Tell him I said crush. Tell him stop crying and stop buying. Hey, Pedro, go to the bridge, Pedro. Stop your crying. You're the biggest baby out here. You're the biggest baby out here, little Pedro. Stop your crying and stop buying, you little junkie.
Right now, I'm trying to figure out who the hell he's talking to. I know
Look like little babies. That's all they could do is worldwide gun. You know, instead of talking, trying to have a real conversation, that's all they could do is play noise toys and scream in their mics. Especially little Pedro. He loves screaming in his mic like a little sissy boy.
man, hillbilly trucker. Oh, hillbilly trucker, back him up. Don't do that. He's gonna hit you with his new high-powered first.
The only real pickup truck out here is 225. That's the only pickup truck I acknowledge out here is 225. The real pickup truck. Everyone else is just bogus and wannabes. Look at Pedro worldwide screaming on the top of his lungs. Listen to him. I hope he burns his amp out. I remember it was last Friday. He was screaming like a woman, man. And then he had to say, "Oh, I gotta cool my amp off." You know that 10 pill ain't gonna last you, Pedro, if you keep on screaming on the top of your lungs like that. Especially with that SWR problem you have. Hey, let him know. Hey, Billy Bob, let your boyfriend know that screaming in his radio, over driving, and all that back feedback from his antennas that are not properly tuned there, he's gonna burn that amplifier out. Let him know, Billy Bob. Or maybe Cracky should let him know, because he thinks he's a technician. Let him know, Cracky. How about your 225? How about your pickup truck? How about that real pickup truck, not Billy Bob, the real pickup truck? Please stand up. The real pickup truck, 225. Please stand up.
4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Look at these guys screaming out numbers like little girls, like cheerleaders. Right now, they got their pom-poms when they hear my voice. I have these boys jumping up and down like James Brown, or should I say Judy Brown?
Judy Brown? James Brown.
Yeah, Judy Brown. Hey, Eddie, Judy Brown. You know the judge?
Yeah, I got you. I'll be on you, man.
Roger that. You know, in case they claim I'm ghost talking, Eddie. In case they claim I'm ghost talking, our conversation is in this morning's gate. Because it's funny how I get accused of ghost talking when those boys have no receive. They have inferior equipment. That's why they don't hear me. But it's all good, man. Like I said, the people with respect out there get my respect. The rest of them that jump on the Bozak and try to sweat me, they get stomped under my boot. And I got a large foot, man. I got a nice steel toe, steel hammer that I slap on these boys, man. And if the fact that I'm doing it barefoot is just a testament of what I'm capable of out here. This is a barefoot radio, man. And I don't even have the Death Star in line yet. I'm giving them such a break by not doing that, not putting that in line. I'm giving these boys a break because I don't want to blow the front end of their radios out. You know what I mean? When you see all that voltage going from your antenna into your radio, when I drop that key with that Death Star, then it'll be all over for a lot of cats out here. But you know what? I give them a break, man. I forgive them. I forgive them because they do not know what they're doing. They do not know what they're saying. I forgive them.
Yeah, we gotta watch Weasel's Gate. We gotta watch Weasel's Gate for sure. Wow.
That's Pedro. That's Pedro Marrera out there. Small fry, junkie fry. He's always crying, or she's always crying, I should say. She's a transgender. That's little crooked nose Pedro and his lucky boyfriend, 127, Crackhead Richie. And I'm doing it with a barefoot striker. A striker barefoot radio, man. You gotta love it. It's so pathetic that I don't even need to run any power. That's how pathetic it is out here. I don't even need to drive anything. I don't need to put no firepower in line and crush these mud ducks. Lord have mercy. How does he do it? Just check out my videos, and it's fully illustrated, step by step.
121, we. Morning time, morning.
I thought I heard 225 out there. That you pickup truck. Hey, 225. I thought I heard you out there.
250. You know what it is.
Yeah, I got that junkie monkey trying to take you out. A225, the real pickup truck. I had Richard out there trying to plug my ears, but you took him clean out. You took him clean out. Pickup truck 225, the original. You know what it is. Enforcer 250 on my barefoot striker SR 447 HPC2. Oh yeah, just got it in the mail, man. Just got it in the mail. I hope this radio sound as good as I hope it is. Only time will tell, man, when I hear recordings of me, when I hear these mud ducks and other video gates admiring this audio, man. And like I said, SR 447 HPC2, brand new, just came out 2 weeks ago, man. This little thing is screaming, man. You know, but the best part about it, it's clean audio, man. Not distorted, not overmodulated, no splatter. Clean 5-watt steel hammer. 5 pounds I'm dropping on these boys' head. Somewhere on the lower deck. Let me finish my Java. I gotta start getting ready to get out the door, man. It's about that time. It's Tuesday, October 25th, 5:39 in the AM. Oh yeah, and I'm dropping my mall. They call me Enforcer 250. Treetop, tall, king of this mall. Somewhere on the lower deck, and I just got down.
I go, yo, what up, Rabbit?
Be a liar. I'm best for it.
Rabbit.
Yeah, I got the two homo boys over there, Pedro and Little Richard, man. Little Richard and Pedro holding hands, making all kind of plans.
Hey, Rabbit, where at?
Now Richard wants to hold the hand of a rabbit, man. Lord have mercy. Where's this country coming to? Yeah, it's just a little striker, man. I'm just using a little striker, man. I hope it sounds good. There's a little SR447 HPC2 that just came out a couple weeks ago, man. It's just a little baby radio the size of a Cobra 19. It's ideal for truckers out there, for drivers out there that don't have a whole lot of space, man. This thing fit right in that little space and do a whole lot of talking, man. Check it out. SR447 HPC2. And I just got down. It's good to be you, and they want to be me. That's the sad part. They want to be me. These boys just worship the ground I walk on, man. Like little Pedro and little Crackhead 127, you guys worship me.
Wow. Who's he talking?
Crush, you don't hear Pedro. You don't hear little Pedro when I got this mold down on a little striker. This is a 5-watt barefoot radio, man. Nothing in line. A 5-watt barefoot radio, and I'll be crushing those boys out there. Those two little lovebirds, Richard and Pedro. I crushed those two junkies. Lord have mercy. How's he do it? Check out my gates and you'll find out.
Oh, you say roasted? I roasted my hell. Having the soup, the brain roasted. #1 junkie. And why?
You notice Richie's gates? You look at Richie's or Pedro's gates, 1 view, 0 views. You notice that? When I'm not out there, look at Pedro and Richie's gates. 1, 2, 3 at most views. You look at my gates, forget about it, man. That's why I make 1 gate. It's not the amount of gates you make, the amount of videos, it's the quality. The substance that goes behind it. Not quantity, quality. You know? Remember that saying? The quality goes in before the name goes on? Remember that old logo? I bet you boys don't remember that. Yeah, well, that's my logo. The quality goes in before my name goes on. And believe me, there's a whole lot of quality going on here.
You still out there, man. Take it off 1. Every time I watch 1, I have to go to the shop.
You hear Pedro out there screaming like a little girl? He's screaming like a little girl in a power mic. He's screaming into a power mic like a little sissy boy because he's not being heard, because he can't talk to anyone. So he has little tantrums there, and he screams worldwide gone like a little girl. Listen to her. Listen to little Pedro. Listen to little Pedro there. She's having tantrums right now. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Even when little Pedro's on top of that bridge, I still crush little Pedro. That's how, and I'm doing it with a barefoot radio. A barefoot 5-watt, 5-pound steel hammer. Lord have mercy, how's he do it? I guess the striker is doing his job, man. I guess his little itty bitty, little tiny radio, man, the size of a Cobra 19 is doing his job. Oh yeah, I should be a spokesperson for Striker, man. Because I got this little thing talking. I got this little radio talking, man. Lord have mercy. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I'm going to let the gates roll. I'm going to let the gates roll a little longer, but I got to get ready. I got to get ready to walk out the door. I'm going to say good morning to everyone out there. Just check out my gates. They call me Enforcer 250. Check me out on YouTube Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., excluding weekends, holiday, and vacation. They call me Enforcer 250, somewhere around the lower deck, with my little Striker SR447 HPC2, yours truly. Done by yours truly, Enforcer 250, somewhere around the lower deck, 5-watt, 5-pound steel hammer, and I just get down.
Watch his gates. 45 minutes and 4 seconds in, NYC. MS-19, your CB shot back quiet.
Yeah, you wake up and you know, it's at 5 o'clock, you're not supposed to wake up yet, and you be like, fuck it. Hey, you're right, man. Walkie-talkie?
I think the 2-5 blow show is officially over. 2-5, was he ever out there today? I thought I heard him a couple of times. Yeah, come on, 314. Put some mayonnaise, come on.
Ketchup on it, hot sauce.
Yeah, put some hot sauce on the french fries, man. Some ketchup and hot sauce.
You definitely put some hot sauce on it.
That boogeyman. That boogeyman. You can't hear me this morning, boogeyman. I didn't put anything in my coffee, man. This is just a barefooted striker. Just a barefooted striker. Did you listen to what he said? Did you listen to what he said? It's a barefooted striker. I can't make this up.
Oh yeah, I got a whole lot of coffee. Today, man. Pick up truck with the morning boy. Bump up.
I didn't put anything in my coffee, man. I didn't put anything in my coffee. I stop at the coffee shop, the regular stop that I do every day, man. Unless if the guy put something on the coffee, I don't know what he put in there, but I didn't do anything, man. There's just a cup of coffee, 16 ounces.
I mean, you already know. You already know. You already know. Yes, sir.
Instead of 2 pills, he put 4 pills in your coffee. You know he's not running no barefooted radio, man. You know damn well he's not running barefooted radio. When he was barefooted in the beginning, when he started talking this morning, he was less than 1 dB. And then when he turned on his box, he went to about a 3 and 4 dBs all here, man. You know that mud duck ain't doing no barefooted radio, man. Tell him to stop his lying, man. His fans are gonna get on fire. Yeah, 314. Did you notice your meter when that duck plugger started talking? He was less than a pound. He was less than a pound. Then he went up to about 4 pounds. He ain't doing no barefooted radio. He a liar. He's a liar. That mud duck is a liar. His pans are gonna get on fire.
I want to be a liar. I'm barefooted, and I'm using a 93 Cobra.
I know you're barefooted. I could tell. I know you're barefooted because some guys were keying up and they were coming in there with you. When you key up your box 314, nobody's gonna take you out of my gate.
You know that.
Hey, small fry, what's going on, baby? What up, big bird? Yo, man, you got a lot of adrenaline this morning. Let me get whatever you had. Let me get whatever you had, man. I needed to wake up.
Get out here.
I don't have anything, man. This is my morning routine. You know me. Cup of coffee, 16 ounce. Cup of coffee, almost black, no sugar.
Hey, man, what about the sopita? No sopita today?
Sopita, he might be over in New York already. Sopita was out here about almost an hour ago.
Que tenga salchichón boricua. Salchichón de Puerto Rico. Church on night, church on night. Radio kid. Look at that barefoot radio, 314, going all the way to Brooklyn with the Cobra 93. I heard 314. After the park. By 314, by 314.
Hey, 314, don't tell anybody your location, man. A lot of haters out there. 314, what's wrong with you? Hey, 314, country rabbit, big good morning. Come on, 314 rabbit, don't? You're gonna be like, hey, hello, how you doing? Alright, I wouldn't tell him anything. Me and my enemies, man. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. You still gonna sound loud? But you know a lot of haters out there, 314. You know there's a lot of haters out there, my brother, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, the haters, hey, when they come over here, I put the grill on, feed them, they're gonna be happy. Alright, I'll take the steaks. Big Bird will take the beer. He'll take a box of beer. I'll take the steaks and some chicken. Yeah, I'm next to him over here. He's in Harrison. I'm in Kearney. After the cat. Go down low. No, you're not. Hey, 314. No, you're not. You're over here next to me in Wilson Avenue. Don't you know what the boys say? You're over here next to me?
Look at Pedro crying. Pedro's holding another hand.